And now, ain't no food stamps. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to hunt raccoons and for Thanksgiving and eat beans and
I've been here trying to find something to eat because I'm homeless. I have a little one to take care of. I have to make sure she eats every day. So, unfortunately, it sucks to come through shit like this, but what else can I do? What else can I afford?
Good evening, everyone. About 9% of Louisiana veterans rely on assistance to feed themselves and their families.
They get that food assistance through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. But as our Josh Minnie reports, that assistance could soon be no more.
The importance of SNAP for veterans is it's an additional source of food beyond the food that they do and can get from Second Harvest Food Bank at any one of our food pantries.
All right, y'all. Buckle up because Cardi B has officially stepped into one of the biggest controversies of her entire career. And this time the backlash is coming from a group she definitely did not expect: United States veterans. What started as a simple rant on social media has now turned into a full-blown storm, with service members, seniors, and struggling families calling her out for being insensitive, tone-deaf, and completely disconnected from what people are actually facing right now. And the craziest part? Instead of backing down, apologizing, or even trying to explain herself, Cardi is doubling down and refusing to take any of it back. So yeah, it's about to get messy. Let's start from the top. You know how Cardi is. She's always going to say exactly what's on her mind. No filter, no hesitation, even if it turns the whole internet upside down. But this time, she really underestimated how deep this issue goes. People have been panicking for weeks about SNAP benefits possibly getting canceled. For millions of Americans, that's the difference between eating and not eating. Well, Cardi decided to go live and—
Y'all was worried about me saying Donald Trump and me and my teleprompter not working, that child missed the message. And this is what I was trying to say. Now look, right? Donald Trump was never for y'all poor. Donald Trump was never for the poor people, for the white poors, for the black poors, for the Spanish poor, for the Asians, for the Indians. He don't give a about none of y'all motherfuckers.
Clown them, making jokes about people losing food stamps and telling them they brought it on themselves by voting for Trump instead of Kamala Harris. She even joked about poor families having to hunt raccoons for Thanksgiving, since they wouldn't be able to buy food. And listen, it wasn't a cute look. The clip spread fast, and while Cardi might have thought she was just being blunt or funny, a whole lot of people weren't laughing. Because while she was making jokes, millions of Americans were waking up terrified about how they were going to feed their kids, support elderly parents, or survive on low incomes. And that includes a huge number of veterans, people who literally served their country, came home struggling, and now depend on SNAP just to survive. This is where things really took a turn. Veterans across the country saw Cardi's comments and said, "Hold up, absolutely not." Social media started filling up with videos and posts from vets dragging her for being heartless. Some of them even said they used to respect her, but now they think she's out of touch with the realities ordinary Americans face. And honestly, their frustration makes sense, because SNAP isn't just some random program. It's a lifeline. Close to 40 million Americans rely on it, and a huge portion of them are seniors, disabled individuals, and veterans dealing with PTSD, injuries, and chronic health issues from their years of service. But let's pause and talk about why this SNAP crisis is even happening. A few weeks ago, the Trump administration made a sudden $500 million cut to a program that supplies food banks with meat, dairy, and eggs. Right after that, came the announcement that SNAP benefits would be suspended. And here's where things get even more frustrating. The government insists they're doing this to reduce spending. Meanwhile, they've approved a $300 million luxury ballroom project for Trump. Yes, you heard that right. People are losing food assistance, but there's money to build a massive ballroom for political events. Make it make sense. Now, instead of showing empathy or at least acknowledging that millions are struggling, Cardi chose mockery. Which hits even harder coming from someone who openly said she grew up on welfare, Section 8, and food stamps. She's literally talked about how her
not happy. Who are these people that we are talking about who have an audacity to cut how we live and how we eat? Who are these people? Are they real people? Say, we're going to cut this, we're going to take this. Do they eat? Are they well off? They cannot be older adults and expect for us to exist and do this and do that. I would like to know who they are.
Was treated disrespectfully when applying for help, and how those experiences shaped her. So for her to turn around and clown people going through the same thing? Yeah, people weren't having it. Veterans especially are furious, because many of them are already living in heartbreaking conditions. Some are disabled, some are homeless, some can't work due to injuries, and many rely on SNAP for basic groceries. There are actual interviews on the news showing veterans digging through trash cans to find food. These are people who served the country, and now they're struggling just to survive. And Cardi's jokes did not sit right with them at all. One veteran named Rob Ham, who served several tours in Afghanistan, came forward in an interview
Y'all was worried
and
about me
explained
saying Donald Trump and me and my teleprompter not working, that child missed the message. And this is what I was trying to say. Now look, right? Donald Trump was never for y'all poor. Donald Trump was never for the poor people, for the white poors, for the black poors, for the Spanish poor, for the Asians, for the Indians. He don't give a about none of y'all motherfuckers.
Well, this is terrified he is about losing healthcare, food access, and basic support. He talked about his unit working near toxic burn pits, and how he's almost certain he'll develop health issues from them. He's dealt with chest problems already, and now he's facing a future where he may not even qualify for food assistance or medical help. And if you think that's rare, it's not. About 20% of people who rely on food banks are veterans, and 9% of veterans in Louisiana alone depend on SNAP. These are the same people who are being told they now need to work 20 hours per week just to keep benefits, even though many physically can't. The government also raised the age limit for work requirements from 54 to 64, meaning...
And now, ain't no food stamps. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have to hunt raccoons and for Thanksgiving and eat beans and...
I've been here trying to find something to eat because I'm homeless. I have a little one to take care of. I have to make sure she eats every day. So unfortunately, it sucks to come through shit like this. But what else can I do? What else can I afford?
Good evening, everyone. About 9% of Louisiana veterans rely on assistance to feed themselves and their families.
They get that food assistance through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. But as our Josh Minnie reports, that assistance could soon be no more.
The importance of SNAP for veterans is it's an additional source of food beyond the food that they do and can get from Second Harvest Food Bank at any one of our food
Vulnerable
pantries.
seniors who used to be exempt now have to meet the same standards as younger, able-bodied adults. And listen, it's cruel. A lot of them can't even stand for long periods, let alone work part-time jobs. So the SNAP cuts aren't just affecting lazy people or people who don't want to work like some like to claim. They're affecting the elderly, disabled veterans, people who serve this country, people working multiple jobs but still not making enough to survive. It's real life. So now you have this situation where millions of Americans are panicking, veterans are heartbroken and furious, families are confused, and food banks are reporting shortages. And into the middle of all that walks Cardi B with a joke about raccoons. The timing could not have been worse. And look, the internet didn't hold back. People dragged her on X, Instagram, everywhere. They pointed out her hypocrisy, the fact that she herself came from poverty,